Hello! In this video I'll show you how to solve level 34 in the neal.fun side on the robot challenge. If you want quick answers, just go to this timecode. We're gonna start with the most easy one, the 7 pi divided by 2. I think this is the most easy one because pi is a constant. It's approximately 3.14 and then. So if you solve this equation, this will be equal to 3.5 pi, and this is approximately 11. We don't really need precise answers because we are going to sort it from least to the greatest. The second most easy one is 4 factorial. So what is factorial? Factorial is multiplication of all natural numbers from the number in the base of the factorial and to the minimum natural number. Just to say it's always 1. For example, 6 factorial is just 6 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 3 by 2 by 1. So 4 factorial is equal to 24. Okay, now this is the easiest. So 6 divided by 8 is equal to, if we just do this, 3/4, and it's equal to 0.75. The last easiest one is square root of 10. I repeat, we don't need precise numbers. We can just define the approximate number. So the square root of 10 is greater than square root of 9 and less than square root of 16. So it is in between 3 and 4, and also closer to square root of 9, so closer to 3. So it is approximately 3.4. So there it gets a little bit harder. Now we are going to solve this equation. It looks very scary, but this symbol just means sum. So under the sum number is a parameter I, and usually it is an integer, for example 1. And the number on top means on what number our index will stop. So if we have nothing but the number up here, we can just do this. So our index must be less or equal to 4. And after this, here comes the equation, for example 2i. So the index goes from 1 to 4 and multiplies by 2. So it's 2 multiplied by 1 plus, because it's a sum, plus 2 multiplied by 2 plus 2 multiplied by 3 plus 2 multiplied by 4. If you are just in touch with programming, you will find there a familiar pattern. So this equation just means for I in range of 4. And here is our sum. Sum adds to 2 multiplied by I, when our I was 1. And it also adds. So in our case, it is even easier. It is 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 and plus 7. To calculate it faster, 7 plus 3 is 10, 6 plus 4 is 10, and plus our 5. 25. Then the natural number to the power of 6. We can't just do it manually because the natural number is equal to 2.71 and just like pi. If we do it manually, it will be pain in the head. But there is a formula for the natural number in power of x. And it looks just like... So just like this. Our index is now n, not I. It's also a big torture to do because we have infinity, but we can do the approximate. Or we can just admire that natural number in power of 6 is greater than 2 in power of 6 and less than 3 in power of 6. So it's greater than 64 and less than 729. My guess is it is in about of 500. And yes, my guess was about right. It is about 403. The next one is logarithm of 8 to the base of 4. So basically, the logarithm is just in what power will be our base to be equal to this part. So in this example, the x is logarithm of 8 to the base of 4. Let's see. So 4 to the power of 1 is equal to 4, and 4 to the power of 2 is equal to 16. We can imagine 4 like 2 in power of 2. And also 2 to the power of 3 is equal to 8. That's what we need. So we need our 4 to be 2. And that's easy, that's just a square root. But what is a square root? If a square root, it's just our x under the root to the power of 1 divided by 2. So 4 to the power of 1 divided by 2 is equal to 2. And then, because 2 to the power of 3 is equal to 8, we can just do this. And it's already equal to 8. And if we remove the brackets, we will have 4 to the power of 1 multiplied by 3 divided by 2. So 4 to the power of 3 divided by 2. So 4 to the power of 1.5. And it's our answer. And this is just infinity symbol. It's equal to infinity. So what is an integral? In simple words, it's just an area under the graph from the from the A to the B. But how can we calculate the area of this strange figure? The answer is we can divide this figure by very small rectangles. And if these rectangles will be very thin, very close to 0, our calculation will be precise. If our rectangle width is very small and infinitely close to 0, and the term infinitely close to 0 turns out to be dx, or dy in case of we need to do graph like this. But our situation is very simple. Logarithm from 3 to the 8 of x with dx. This function is linear, so we only need to calculate this part. And we don't even need dx, because this is a triangle and this is a rectangle. So the area of this triangle is 5 here, multiplied by 5 and divided by 2, because it's just a half of rectangle. And the area of this is just 5 by 3. So our answer is 27.5. So now we have all the values. This is first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, then this, and this. So that's the answer. If you have any questions, leave it in comment. And also sorry for my English, it's not my first language. And also I'm just 15 years old, so this is not for me. So see you soon, goodbye.